Hey people, it's me again. Anyways, it's the 27th, and so yesterday we went to look for some cats, me and my mom. So um, that was why I had all those two other videos there, and so anyways, we looked at the first went to the mall for a while, and then as soon as like the shelter opened up over in Mission Viejo, right near the mall, and we did looked at like maybe like two cats, and I think we got ourselves to be on the second on the list on one of the cats, and then I think we went to the one over in Irvine after that, and that's the one where they have those videos where we shot one where we had the two cats, and then the last one was the one that we really liked, and we really wanted to adopt that cat. And except we had to go through all this red tape just to be in consideration of adoption. Except they had like some sort of rule that they had to have like Corey and Dad to come and visit the cat, even though both of them are kind of busy. And although I think we probably should have never really brought that sort of issue up with them, I mean, knowing how sensitive they were about that kind of issue about decline, but I don't know, I think maybe it was like they were just a little bit too sensitive about it, that we were considering declining the cat in the future, but although I think we probably should have never really brought it up because of how judgmental those people were, and we've gotten to, or I should say it's just my mom and that girl, the supervisor, were kind of gotten into some sort of, not really an argument kind of thing, but the supervisor was saying something about how it's best that we should have the declawed cat instead, but then mom wanted to confront the supervisor, but of course she didn't really want to make a scene because I was here, and so anyways, after that we went to Noah's off of like the 5 in Sand Canyon, and then we were talking a little bit more about that whole ordeal, I think, and I think I kind of told mom that I think it was just had been that this the animal shelters or the pet clinics and stuff like that where they have adoptions like that had been that way since they've been pressured by the animal rights extremists in recent years, and it just gotten like maybe a little bit too much. Just because we just only wanted to adopt a cat, it's not like we were adopting a child, and we had to go through all that red tape just to adopt, just to put ourselves into consideration for adopting that cat, at least two of them, but, and then last year, it was kind of like that same sort of bureaucratic red tape that we had to go through just to even pet the cats, just to even see the cats up close and pet them and touch them and all that. We had to go through all that bureaucratic red tape for that now. telling me about some sort of story that she saw like on the San Diego stations about a couple of days ago about some sort of beach that had all the seals hang out, and they used to kind of kept people away from them, but not anymore. But then people would come up to the seals, and then there was this man, I think, who was taking his kids to see the seals, and I think he was just only going to come up there just to pet them or just to feed them, but some sort of animal rights extremist guy was just being real defensive about it, like he was acting like he was going to go over there and poach the seals or whatever, and it was like all on camera, and I don't know, it was like a lot of drama for those type of people, because I think it's just some of those animal rights extremists just have this belief that everybody's up to no good and stuff like that. And those are those same animal rights extremist people who run around and protest the whole furs murder, or run around try to force people to become vegetarians, even though there are some people who basically have a right to eat meat because they'll just crave meat until the day they die, and they just need to accept that for once. But no, those are just those same kind of people that I just feel ashamed of being a Democrat for, those people on the far left. But then again, there's just people that are conformists on both sides of the aisle who are kind of judgmental, that they feel that are that insecure of themselves. They have a right to conform their ideals to everybody that isn't like them. And it was like on the way back home when I was telling Mom, like, well, I just don't get about those born again Christians. It seems like they have a right to kind of go around and be in your face and try to proselytize you for what? I mean, for them making up for something else. Those are the type of people that I just can't stand in life. And then I was telling Mom about the whole story about those Mormon missionaries at school, and then Mom was going about how she felt really uncomfortable how these Mormon missionaries were there in public school, you know, going around passing out the Book of Mormon and passing out the Bibles and going around saying something like, "Let me talk about you to the Mormon Church," or something like that. And I knew that they were Mormon missionaries, but anyways, the whole thing was I kind of told them off that I wasn't really interested. I mean, I wasn't really interested in that kind of in having a conversation with them. I mean, after all, they're just gonna try to proselytize me, but I mean, I would probably would have a regular conversation about faith and religion without them trying to proselytize me in the process. I mean, there's just some people that are just happy being the religion that they already have, and that they don't need to have some Mormon missionary or Jehovah's Witness missionary or any kind of missionary for that matter being at their face trying to proselytize them in vain. You know, can we all just get along with that sort of thing? What else there is to talk about? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just one of those kind of things that I just have gripes with people with in the world. But anyways, I guess that's it for now.